Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. I have been tormenting this Commodore 64. Oh, well, it says here, I think 5 hours, 54 minutes, and 55 seconds, but I think it's a lot longer than that. I know it is. It's like yesterday sometime. Anyway, this is one of the burn-in things that Commodore had on that disk I was looking at. And if I press, the only thing you do, you press F5, and it makes a funny noise and does things with sprites. And if you press F5, it basically gives you Space Invaders noises, and then swaps the screen color and the text color. And that's all it does. Anyway, so this 64 is just dandy, which I knew it was. As are these disk drives that I have been tormenting here. They're just dandy. So, I have here a power supply. It's for another kind of disk drive. It is. But before I do any more disk drive tormenting, I think I will replace the screws in the circuit board of this drive. I think I shall. Because it is good that everything be secure. Now, as I did that, I just had a thought. You see, I'm just going to unplug this. There are screws on the side. And before I get into a thing, which I may already be in, where I've got these things in, and then these things won't line up. Oh, they will line up. There are 7 screws that hold the board, etc. in place. Oh, this one, there we go. The power cable was giving, perhaps it is still giving me some grief on getting it lined up and properly seated. Or maybe oh dear. Alright. I'm going to try another screw here, because it looks like the hole is accessible. But this is, it's going in, it's just a little tougher going in than I would have expected. But it is in. Okay. So I'll just make sure everything is snug. or did I say that? Oh, yeah, there's a second. I've only put 6 in here. I said there were 7. And there's another one over here. Well, this is the screw. There we go. I was having a little trouble with on the other side. Okay. We are screwed together. Now, we go down here. We find a bad board. But we find the top, the very yellowed top of this drive here. So this is an 8. This is a 9. This is dead. What I really need to do is start a new box. I do. And I need to put things in in envelopes and mark them. All right. So, now I have down here, under here, a 1541-2. And that is why I have this other power supply here. This power supply could use a face wash, as my grandmother would say. It really could. Oh, I don't believe I'm looking for plugs again. Where does this go to? I bet you it goes to this light that I'm not using. It does. Okay. So it can come out. Now this power supply. Oops. Can go in. All right. So this power supply says that it is for 1541-2 or 1571-2 and 1581. I never did see a 1571-2. Maybe they're right there. Anyway, the power is off. I would like to think that I flip this on, it's going to light up. Ooh, and it does. Isn't that an exciting moment in time? Now, I'm just looking at the dip switches in the back to select the device number, remembering, of course, that the other drives, you don't have dip switches. You have to go in. Violates the Commodore warranty. Let's see what's what. All right, well, it is time to end the torment. Because the 64 is fine. So I'm going to turn it off, let it rest for a second. And while I'm doing that, perhaps what I should do... No, I want device... I'll leave the drives here. Okay. So, the disk drive makes appropriate noises, I believe. Now, have I checked this drive out before? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, what I might do here which may help things and may not help things. Let's slide these a little closer to me. Slide this a little farther. Hey, you're supposed to be on. You were on. We were on. The switch on this. There we are. We're on the air. It's a little wonky. So, I'm going to load the Perf Burn 2 DRB and try. And it seems to load just fine. So now, remember I made a bunch of copies of that sacred Commodore disk. How many do I have now? 1, 2. Looks like I have 4. That should be safe. So I put it. It's funny. This makes it's a funny little noise. Maybe that needs a little lubrication in there. Run. We're gonna do 1. And it says it is formatting the disk, and I believe that it is. So we will see. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, what is this? All right. There's the iPhone 6 that only charges when it's upside down. Excuse me. By the way, the hat I'm wearing here is one that I have worn on a variety of TV shows. It's old. It's vintage. It's dusty. It's dirty. And therefore, for playing a homeless, disheveled character, it's perfect. So, things are being tested. So far, this looks all right. So far, perhaps another good drive. Now, the 1541-2 is, of course, the version that has the external power supply. That means the drive itself is much smaller and much lighter. But of course, it's very rare you ever find a 1541 where you can't find the power supply because it's built right in. Anytime you have an external power supply, it might go missing. Or an external, or a detachable keyboard, it might go missing. All right, things are happening. It opened, it read, scratched. Now this is my part of the equation where I've increased the number of times it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That's all good. So it seems to be doing just fine here. Passed with 0 errors. That is a beautiful thing. More? No. Let us list this. There we have the program. And I have put in my name in the top. And I did do some, you know what, there are other things I want to do. There are, like that whole screen flash thing. I'm not crazy about. I'm really not. And I think it's in line 500. I think. And it's funny. It's got this. What the heck was that? Oh. It's a slinky. Anyway, this drive is happy. I think I do want to test it on another power supply at some point. But before all that, let's reach down below here. Oh, because there's all kinds of stuff down here. And we'll find another disk drive. Don't hurt things. Don't hurt things. These things are indeed much heavier. Oh, yeah. Much heavier. Did I turn that off? I did. All right. Oh, I should have not. I should have checked the power switch. Anyway, it's on. It's on. So I think what I will do is I will put this in here. And I will push these all back here a bit. Put the power supply up here. We're going to do one device not present. Ooh. Did I not connect it? All right, let's double check. Oh, maybe that one doesn't feel like it wants to go in. Let's try that again. No. Okay. So now we're doing okay. So as you may notice here, we have 3 very different 1541s, and yet they're all the same, yet they're not. And actually, this one here is a SPIC 1541, and the 1 is actually like a 1. Other 1541, some people say, well, it's not a 1541, it's a 145i, because I guess they realized when they used the font that they used on these that the second one would look kind of foolish. Maybe, possibly. So, is it a 1541 or is it a 1541i? I say it's a 1541. And actually, even on the 1541 2, they use the same font. So, is it a 1541 2 or a 154i 2? Well, it's funny, of course, because they used Roman numeral 2. They didn't use a Roman numeral 1. So maybe it's an I. Maybe it is. Anyway, it's formatting the disk. I am wondering, why is it that I can't get that cable stuck in there right now? I'll have to perhaps investigate, because that is important if you're going to be daisy chaining devices. That's why there's 2 ports. So you can keep on keeping on. Yeah, this power supply is Some dirty. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, but it's dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. So, one thing I have to catch up on doing, besides putting things into a box of working, not working, and marking things, is yeah, sticking notes in things so I know what's what, or on things that I know what's what. So I don't have to do them again and again and again and again and again. All right, let's hit the torment again. You know what I might do at some point, maybe, possibly, is make it so that this tormenting program, you can also select a device number. Because you know, in some, okay, so that works. Because what I'd like to do is set up 8, 9, 10, 11, and then leave them to be tormented one at a time, maybe with a random factor. Maybe. Well, looking under here, oh, I find another disk drive. Oh, okay. That's another thing about external power supplies. Oh, they can get in the way. Oh, they can. Oh, yeah. So now we have. I want to investigate this cable. No, it really doesn't want to go in there. Huh, very strange. I'll have to check that out. But everything else is okay. Anyway, so now, as you see, we have yet another 1541. And it is very similar to this one, except wait, the drive mechanism is brown. Probably because they had a bunch of them left over. One. And even though white would be a better choice, when you're trying to churn out millions and you've got a bunch of things that are just fine, or things that have come back where drives are good, boards are bad, something is bad, you just stick them in. That's what you do. Oh, this does not need to be on. Maybe I turned it on. There we are. There we have the stack of drives. There was also, and I had one, and I foolishly sold it. It was a VIC 1540, which was the first for the VIC 20 before the 64 even existed. But there was, to use it on a 64, there was a ROM change that had to be done. Anyway, I had one. I should have kept it. It didn't sell for nearly what it probably should have. This was years ago. We all have regrets, either buyers or sellers. So we are working away. Now, another thing I should do is look through here. Maybe not through here. Maybe through here. Oh, because I believe somewhere in here. Oh, yes, 1541K screws. And I should have some more, I think. But maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, look. Oh, that broke. The weenie thing. Here's the Commodore logo I took off a disk drive, but part of the little thing here has broken. Oh dear. Oh well. Things happen. Oh wait, what's this? 1571. World of Commodore. I didn't think I'd taken any screws out. Oh golly. Such a thing. 40, 40, 64, 20, 40. Oh no. Good. Things have passed. No errors. I like having things being able to be put back together. That's why I put things in bags. Oh. Oh well. Misc screws. Nothing like misc screws. Oh, there's an EEPROM. Okay, get out of there. 1571. World of Commodore. I took out the LEDs. This phone charger does not need to be there. Oh yeah, this board comes out of a PET, part of the arbiter system, which let things. Oh, those are different. Which let many PETs use a disk drive made by batteries included. Okay, so what we have here are many disk drives. And there's the screws I will need to at least put one of them back together. Well, I guess that's about all I have to say about that right now. I would like to do a little more testing. But maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Bye for now.